Hey, this is Greg, Kentucky's Heartland at Kentucky'sHeartland.com, sharing the people and stories and events powering the Heartland. And today, it's a PAC Kid Spotlight. This is really my favorite time of the month. It's the PAC Kid Spotlight. So we have Ayana Roit with us today. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm having a good time.
So you're on your little tour. You've done some radio interviews this morning, and now you're doing a video interview on Walker Square in downtown E-Town. So you didn't think you would be outside doing an interview today, did you?
Not at all.
Yeah. Well, I love the movie Forrest Gump, so I thought we could just sit on a bench and do an interview. Would that be okay, Bart?
I like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're going to get.
Yes, right.
Yeah, I've got other lines from Forrest Gump that my wife would be afraid I'm going to mention right now, because I always do.
An interview is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're going to get, especially here. So it's all about you today. So you're a senior at Central Hardin High School. Are you excited for your senior year?
I mean, yeah, being a senior is fun because all my classes are easy. So that's a nice breeze. I don't have to worry about school. All I have to worry about is theater.
Look at you, you smart girl. Me, my senior year, all the classes were hard because I was afraid I was going to fail them all. But that's totally different. That's different. That's a long, long time ago. I've changed a lot since then.
That's fair.
Good. All right, so let's talk about you a little bit. So what have you had a chance to see at the PAC?
I've seen Mary Poppins Jr. and I saw Sherlock, A Study in Scarlet, which was wonderful. It was so great. I loved it so much. Oh.
So I know you spent a lot of time, I almost call it the PAC Clubhouse because it is kind of like a club because a lot of you guys love just hanging out at the Hardin County Schools Performing Arts Center. So what have people had a chance to see you in at the PAC?
With my school, I've done The Crucible and Urinetown the Musical. And this summer, I was in Hello Dolly with Youth Theater, and I just got done with Young Frankenstein, which was awesome.
Young Frankenstein was great. So what were you in Young Frankenstein?
I was an ensembler.
Good. So what was your favorite part of Young Frankenstein?
My favorite part of Young Frankenstein, honestly, probably was every night before we would go on, I'd have like this rolly desk, right? And I would just be like conducting to myself because the people who were singing, it was like off from where they were. Like they weren't off, but like what I heard was off. And I'd just be conducting and I'd look over at Jared and Savannah and Kelsey and Annabeth and I'd be like, this is going to be so much fun. And then I'd go.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from a lot of the participants and the actors and actresses in Young Frankenstein is about how much fun it was. So what have you learned from your experiences watching things at the PAC or being in things at the PAC?
Well, I've always known since I was a little kid I wanted to perform in some way, but like being in more PAC shows, it's like, yeah, I would love to just do theater all the time.
So, all right, so you're a senior in high school. Coming next May, you're going to have to make life decisions. What do you plan on doing after high school?
I want to go to school for performing arts. I don't know if I'll go to ECTC or something far away, but if I do go to something close, I hope to do more PAC shows while I'm close by.
Did Bart pay you? Is that what this is? Is this an endorsement deal for the PAC? You seem to really enjoy the PAC.
Oh, I love it there so much. It's so wonderful. I would spend all my time there if I could.
All right, but you can't spend all your time there. So I know, so sad. So what do you do outside of theater? What do you do when you're not at the PAC Clubhouse? What are some of your other favorite things to do to fill time?
Well, I'm usually doing theater, but when I'm not, I just play video games, honestly.
All right, so what time of I'm guessing you're not a sports gamer, right?
I do not do sports.
So what kind of games do you play?
Well, I really like playing just like my biggest things right now are Overwatch and Breath of the Wild because Overwatch is fun when you play it with friends, but Breath of the Wild is fun because it's so open world and crazy.
Yeah, I usually just play Farming Simulator, but that's just me. So, how has the PAC helped you towards your goal of being who you are?
Well, these past few shows I've been in, it's like they've been so many different experiences and they've all very much been their own shows, and it's like it gives you experience with doing different shows in different ways, and I think that's pretty cool.
So this is the loaded question, and you've already endorsed Bart and done all this stuff here, so you can just be 100% honest, okay? Why is the PAC important to you?
The PAC has become like this safe space to do what I love with people I love, and it's just every time I'm at the PAC, I'm just so happy. I just can't help but just think, wow, I'm so happy I'm here when I'm at the PAC.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think it is become such a tight-knit group? I mean, and when you walk in there, I mean, every kid that I see that goes into the PAC, they're excited to get there. It's not like, oh, I got another rehearsal. They want to get the rehearsal. Why do you think that is?
Well, the people who are like our director, like Double A, he's like the coolest guy ever. He's so much fun.
He's okay. No, I'm teasing. He is cool. You're right. He is.
So it's like the people who are in charge are nice, and then your castmates are always like, every show I've been in at the PAC, it's like I just love my castmates, and then the shows themselves are just so much fun to do. It's just so fun.
So what's next for you as far as on stage? What will people have a chance to see you in?
This October, I will be in my high school's production of The Laramie Project at the PAC, which is very different from Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And you can see the preview video and learn a little bit about the Laramie Project at Kentucky'sHeartland.com. Just check on the Entertaining the Heartland tab and just click on the Central Hardin High School Laramie Project, and you can watch a video that kind of talks about all that. So how about that?
Yeah, it's definitely an experience. I've never done a show quite like Laramie before, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
All right, so October 15th and 16th, you can see that. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Oh, this is good stuff. On the bench.
Yeah.
This is Walker Square. This is a beautiful, I love to come out here and just sit sometimes. So I'm glad I could bring my friends out to my bench. Thanks for coming.
Oh, thanks for having me.
All right, this is not the PAC Clubhouse, but Bart.
No.
But you know, it is.
Man on the street interview.
It is. I love just coming out here and bringing my laptop and kind of working. It's really a nice place to be. And when it's October, it's a beautiful fall day in the mid-90s, which I still haven't figured that out. All right, so you have missed. Maybe it's because they wanted the season to extend because you spent so much time over the last few months getting ready for Young Frankenstein that you've not been able to really enjoy outside at all. So talk about Young Frankenstein real quick. How did the past 2 weekends go?
Audience reactions were really favorable. It went over really well. We're really excited. It was a bit of a risk. Some of the subject matter is a little on edge for us, and no complaints from audience members. So I think we did a really good job of letting the audience know what they were going to be in for. And you want all of the surprises that you have in store for the audience to be appreciated surprises, not disappointing surprises, and I think we managed that pretty well.
I think you did too, and you and I had talked about that. So I was kind of interested to see how the audience was going to react too. So the first couple of instances, I'm scanning the audience to look for offended people, but I didn't see anybody. Yeah. So then I kind of moved on, and I really enjoyed that show. It was a great show.
Good. Yeah, it was a perfect show for Double A to direct. Really fit his sensibilities as a director, and I think that showed a whole lot in the production.
Yeah, and my eyes just kept moving everywhere because I didn't know where to look because the set was phenomenal. And I hate to give you a lot of props because we have this little joking relationship thing going on, but you did a fabulous job. Thank
you. I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun. It was a good challenge, stretching some muscles I haven't used in a long time. Yeah.
You probably took a couple of days to walk straight, as Igor. It's a little difficult to do that. All right, so what's next for the PAC?
Well, as Ayana was saying, we have Central Hardin coming up in October. And October is really the time where we kind of step back and get out of the way and let some of the user groups, some of the high schools, some renters and so forth use the facility and make use of the stage. And in the meantime, while they're doing that, we're in pre-production for things like Sherlock Holmes, Nutcracker, and A Christmas Carol coming up soon.
All right, and speaking of productions that are coming up, it's a $2 Tuesday today. The first Tuesday of every month is a $2 Tuesday. So if you use the code Heartland at the checkout, you can save yourself $2. And no, it does not come out of my paycheck. It's just a donation from Bart. So
and that's just for 24 hours. So you do it right now.
You got to do that. And so we've talked before about the season. There are a lot of people that come to Nutcracker. There are a lot of people that start planning ahead. It would be the time to do that and save yourself a little extra cash.
It really is. And you have to remember that Nutcracker has a cast of over 100, and all of them are getting tickets. Those tickets go fast. Don't start making your holiday plans now. I know it's not even Halloween. I know. But it's really worth your time to go ahead and get that on the calendar.
Yeah, Bart, based on the weather, it's still summertime around
Oh
here.
my gosh.
So we're working on it. All right, he is Bart. This is Ayana. She's the PAC Kid Spotlight, and we're hanging out at Walker Square for this October edition of the PAC Kid Spotlight. I'm Greg Milby, community storyteller, and this is Kentucky's Heartland.